J-Man. I am Jason, defender of geekdom. My true calling in life was revealed to me the day I had discovered YouTube. I have the power! I became J-Man, the most powerful geek in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. My friends Steven, Owen, and Sean. Together, we defend geekdom from the evil forces of social media. J-Man.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? J-Man here, and today we're going to be talking about We're going to be talking about Thor, Batman, and Robin. I'm sorry, it's called Thor, Love, and Thunder, though it may as well be called Thor, Batman, and Robin. What can I say? We're going to do our reviews. We're going to open the chat up. I'm going to open it up pretty much right away in a couple of minutes. I already sent a link out to our buddy Arkham Gaming. Hey, Jay, let's say some quick hellos. Who's in here? Who do we got here? Skeptic, what's going on, man? Love to talk about it. Yeah. Oh, we're getting everybody in on this one. Nerds. Hey, Brennan, what's going on? Arkham, I sent you a link already. I'm going to put another link up for the chat in a minute. That intro scared me. I almost forgot it was in. Love the thunder. Yeah. Love and thunder stinks. It does. It does. Could not be reached. How's it going, brother? Thanks for coming in again to listen to me talk and say the same things you just heard on Clobberin Times channel. All right, so let's get this party going. I don't want to stay past a certain. I want to give myself about 10-15 minutes before Clobby starts his stream because I want to get on there at Star Trek today. So without further ado, Steven, I just talked to you 3 seconds ago.
It's been a while. I'm sure you'll be shocked about my opinions about this movie, considering that we talked about it after the movie and we just talked about it on Clobby's stream. Let's talk about it again.
Let's talk about it again. It's not enough. It's not enough that we talk about it. We have to beat the crap out of it.
Because there were people here who were not on Clobby's stream who did not listen to us yet.
Right. They didn't hear us bitch about it. Okay. Yeah. Let's bring in another guest.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? Remember the Greek, what was it? Friendly Giants, like look up, way up.
Way up. Way up.
Sean's picture on your intro, that's one of the few times I see him smile nowadays. He doesn't smile. I should be writing. You are correct. Could not be reached for comment. I should be writing. But right now I'm talking. Tomorrow I'll write, but tonight I talk. But you're right, I should be writing.
I pinned the message. What am I saying? I pinned the link to the chat. Let's do it. Let's get people going. All right, let's bring in someone else here to help us out. I don't have an intro for you, dude. I don't have an intro for either of you guys. So I'm going to give you guys the same intro for both my people backstage, okay? What do we got here? Where's a good intro here for everybody? Oh, let's do this one.
But guess who shows up for no reason at all to get his grandstanding and hot dogging in? You, man.
That is for Skeptic and for guess who shows up for no reason at all? It's Skeptic and Arkham. Hot dogging.
Hot dogging, man.
All right, guys, before we get into it, let me put the banner up because we're going to have problems. Let me just put up saying that there's spoilers. Hold on a second. I want to make sure everyone gets that. Let's go Thor.
I mean, what would you expect?
Love.
Spoilers.
And Thunder.
Spoilers.
All right, that is good. Let's just put that up. Sorry, I just want to make sure that that's up. I know people know this already, but like people are crazy. We were on Clobberin Times channel. We said, Steven said the most loose comment. He's like, I think a lot of people that like this movie, they're just looking for a good time, and it's not really the same people who are the comic people or whatever. And then it's like, oh, you're gatekeeping. Whoa! It's like Sean, I don't know if you heard that.
It's for people who don't know shit about the comics. It's like, but it is for that, right?
Yeah.
You know.
And it's for people who don't want coherent movies that make sense
Yes.
and that have any kind of consistent tone.
Well, they want to take their family to something that's perceived as fun, right?
Right.
And
Even
like
though
this
it's
is a fun time waster, but like it's. I think some people thinking, even those people thinking back to it like 2 days later, would be like, I don't like Thor in this. He's a goof. Why can't you just be serious for once?
Sean, you start with I didn't like Thor in this, and then you continue on.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get this. Let's do our space on it if we can, guys. Because Sean, I didn't get yours official, and I have Steve's, I think, but I don't have everyone else's. Let's do it really quick. I gave the story, so let's just do a quick rundown on what space is again. So space is my rating system. Hashtag trademark, copyright, whatever. J-Man.
J-Man.
Sean, did you see the intro?
No.
Oh my God!
I redid the He-Man intro, but with us. So I put your head. It's like only 3 others share this secret. I put your head and everything. You got to go back and watch that. You got to go watch that. I spent 5. Look, it took me 5 minutes, so you should have just watched it. It took me 5 minutes, and it unfortunately looks like it took me 5 minutes. That's one of the problems.
It probably looks awesome, man. The modern day technology.
Modern day technology. It's called an iPhone 10, they're on 45 now, I think.
Imagine you had those when
they're on the iPhone 13.
They're on 13. So
I have the 13. The 14 comes in December.
Oh,
no, really?
Can't argue with a confident man.
I had to get a new phone anyway because my other one was breaking down.
Yeah, mine's like all right. Okay, so let's do so quickly just to recap for everybody. Space is story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Story is like plot, setting, conflict resolution, that kind of a thing. Pacing was it fast paced? Was it did it get boring? Did you have enough time to develop your characters? That kind of thing. Artistry, the look, the sound, the music, the costuming, that kind of thing. Characters are the acting. How did you like the characters? Were they trash? Were they good? Enjoyment is anything you want. You can just say, I love this movie because I like Jane Foster's helmet.
That's a lot of stuff to remember.
It's not that hard. We're gonna go through. No. So the ratings are either 0, 1, or 2. You give it a 0 for garbage, 1 for okay, 2 for good. So the story for me, I'm giving the story a 0.5, 0.5 out of 2. Steve, what did you give?
1.
1. Sean, what was your story?
Just 1.
1?
Yeah.
Okay. Skeptic. So what do you think for just the story of Thor, Love and Thunder, 0, 1, or 2, or you can do 0.5s?
Definitely a 0.5.
0.5. Arkham, what are you at?
I'll probably say 0.5.
0.5. So yeah, so we didn't like the story.
Caboose is gonna be pissed.
Pacing.
Is it 0.5 good?
0.5 means it's bad. Like
I mean 1.5.
Like, 1.5. Okay, sorry, 1.5. Yeah. Yeah, so 1.5 is almost perfect. It's almost perfect for the story. Yeah. Out of 2. 2 is your best.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's below.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm saying it's below. Pacing, I'm just gonna give it a 1. I mean, it's fine. Steve, what do you think?
1.
1. Sean?
1.
1. Skeptic?
1.
1. Arkham, so pacing, did you think it was like too long or boring or too short or what?
I think it was fine. Like 1.
1.
I would assume 1 is fine.
Yeah, 1 is fine.
1 is fine.
Artistry, I'm going to give it a 2. It looked awesome. I like the music. I like the metal. Dio's in there. So I'm giving it a 2. I thought it was really awesome. Like, it looked really cool. Steve, what do you think for the artistry of it?
2.
2? Yeah. Yeah, it looked awesome, right? Like, it was a cool looking movie. I like the costumes and stuff. Sean, what do you think?
2.
Artistry doesn't just mean how it looks, right?
Music, the look of it, the costumes, just like the cinematography, all that kind of stuff. Action, like could
what
you
about
see
the editing?
I would say editing is pacing.
Editing's pacing. Oh yeah.
So do you want to go back on pacing?
I'll give.
We went.
Sorry.
2.
2. Okay. Yeah, because editing is the pacing. Like it needed. I'm the reason I didn't give 2 on pacing is that you need to edit a lot of stuff out of here, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like it just
I think the
throws
problem is
off.
they edited too much, and a lot of the shit doesn't make any sense. Right? But like,
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah. And
so
and
two
you
for
and,
art.
so 2 for art. Okay, so Skeptic.
Probably a 1. I hated Thor's outfit. It was too
Okay.
much gold, like Mark 42.
Yep. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. 1. Sorry, you said 1.
He said
Yeah,
1.
1.
Okay, Arkham.
2.
2.
I think like the like
We'll
for
go
the
through it.
artistry and everything like that, it had a lot of unique like bright colors and the music. I really like the music.
Yeah. Okay. So characters. I'm giving it. Man, I really torn on this one. I'm giving it a 0.5 for characters. Steve, what are you giving it?
0.5.
0.5. Sean was next.
0.5.
0.5. Skeptic.
0.5.
0.5.
Is that like all the characters?
Yeah. So think
Yes.
of it this way: the hero, the villain, and then the supporting character. So if you liked the hero and the villain, that's like a 1. And if you like the hero and the villain and the supporting characters, like at least some of them, then then that's a 2.
I would say like I like Thor, I like Mighty Thor, and I like the God.
So that's like a 1. Okay, enjoyment. I'm giving it a 1. So let me see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm at a 5. Steve, what are you giving for enjoyment?
0.5.
0.5. Sean?
Enjoyment, like a 1.
1. Skeptic. So enjoyment is anything. You don't need to give it. You're just like you. If you loved it, you give it a 2. If you thought it was okay, you give it a 1. If you thought it was garbage, you give it a 0.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
0. Okay. Wow. 0. Wow. Arkham.
1.
1. All right. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So Arkham, you're at 6.5 out of 10. Skeptic, you are at 1, 2. You're at 3 out of 10. Wow. Sean,
Pretty
you're
accurate.
at 2, 3, 4, 5. You're at 5.5 out of 10. And Steven, you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're at 5 out of 10. Okay, so the top row, 5 out of 10. Steven, 5 out of 10. Sean, 5.5 out of 10. Skeptic, you're at 3. Arkham, you're at 6.5. Does that all sound like your scores? Does that sound accurate to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, somewhat accurate.
So accurate. Does anyone want to go up or down anything, or like so? Arkham 6.5, 6.5 out of 10. Does that sound like what you would say?
Yeah, like with the movie, I like the story and everything like that, but the characters I mostly enjoyed was the villain and Thor and Jane Foster. Those were my favorite things.
Okay.
And I didn't really care that much about the other characters, to be honest.
Yeah, I literally like I despised almost everybody in this movie. Okay. Okay, story. Steve and I talked a lot about this, but I'll just give my recap quickly. It's too silly. There's too much silliness going on. Anytime there's something serious that's cool, they quickly undermine it with a bad joke. It's not even a funny joke. It's just a bad joke. My big example that I gave was when the children were kidnapped by Gore. They're held in that shadow cage realm with those really ugly, like big spikes and stuff. It's like a mouth almost, like they're trapped in that cage. And Thor astral projects his image to the kids, and he's like saying, "Oh, kids, it's okay. It'll be okay." And he keeps touching his nose and his mouth, and he's flicking his nose. And then you see that Valkyrie's tickling his nose. And I'm thinking, for Christ's sakes, the kids are going to get killed by Gore. And you're tickling his nose. Like, this is so stupid.
That is.
It's just so, it's not even Batman and Robin, because Batman and Robin is all silly. And it's still played somewhat straight in the sense that Batman still needs to defeat Mr. Freeze, even if he's doing it a silly way.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that weird? That this movie is actually dumber. Like, Batman and Robin is a silly movie, but this movie is actually dumb. Where it's like, this is just stupid. Like, I don't know. Anyways, that was one part. So that's just for the story. I do like the Jane Foster cancer stuff, which actually for me was the only serious thing in the movie. And oddly enough, I thought the Jane Foster character was the best. Her and Gore, to me, are this whole movie that
I thought you didn't like Gore.
I like Gore.
Gore's good.
But the problem is Gore and Jane Foster were in a serious movie, and everyone else was in a dumb shit like dumpster fire. So I don't know what to make of it. It looked good though. So Steve, quickly on the story, what are your thoughts?
It's like the Gore parts I enjoyed. I actually enjoyed all the Gore parts. I like the fact he's going to infinity. His motivations were somewhat believable to me. That was fine. The Jane Foster parts were all cool. I understand her motivation. I didn't understand why the hell Thor's like, I need you to live, and then, oh, by the way, I'm leaving Mjolnir here for you to just pick up because but I told you not to. I told you not to. Don't pick up that hammer. But I'll leave it here.
That's the don't press the red button experiment the scientists do, and then they wait to see how long it takes a human to press the button they told them not to press.
It's idiotic. I was actually going to ask too, why is that hammer in pieces if it was not in pieces for? Oh, that was a different hammer. Never mind. Eternity War. I forgot it was
Yeah, she crushed it in Ragnarok. Remember?
Yeah, she crushed it in Ragnarok. It was in Infinity War, but it was a different version. They went back in time. Back in time. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, you've lost me, but I'm assuming you've worked it out. You've worked
Captain
it out in your
America
head. So
had
move
it
on.
in Infinity War. I'm like, how is it?
That was a different version.
Yeah,
but when
you
version. When you go to after Endgame, that one's crushed and everything like that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like the concept of Stormbreaker having feelings and being jealous. Like, infuriates me. It is beyond belief. It is garbage. The reason I gave this thing a 1 is mechanically, the storyline more or less makes sense. There's movie crap in there that hinders it, but it's the performances, I think, of the characters that really drag it down. But if I look at the story, I understand the motivation of the villain. I understand the motivation of supporting characters. What everyone is doing sort of makes sense to me. It's just how they're doing it is very poor.
See, I nailed it because I'm including plot as well. Like, so it's like setting, plot, conclusion, conflict, all that's part of the story. So because plot is what you're actually looking at and seeing in dialogue. The dialogue is garbage.
Yep.
It's garbaggio. It's
the dialogue is and the writing is really what kills it. The story is sound. Like a story being like the broad strokes, like the story's good.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and all the things that happen in that story are sound. Like, Gore kidnaps the kids to get the thing and all that, and then
we've got to get a better weapon, and who's got this weapon? This other god has
all
it.
of that. The questing and all that stuff is good. It's just all the shit to get there. Then you get a screenwriter to fill in the blanks, and they do, and it's all piss.
That's why I include plot in story, because there's nowhere else to include it in my
the story is 2 out of 2, but then you get into the weeds of like how you get there, and it's like why with the nose and why with all the other bullshit,
What were your guys' thoughts on what were those fine things like I don't know, that yelled goats? And everything like that?
The goats were annoying.
The goats.
So he has a goat in Norse mythology. Did you know in Norse mythology they eat Thor's goat? So he has goats and they eat them. And what happens is that they don't throw away the bones. And after they consume the goats, the next morning the goats grow back. So they never grow hungry because they constantly replenish themselves. And there's a lot of great Thor myths where he drinks half the oceans of the world in one gulp. That's how much he can there's a lot of great myths with all that. And the goats are from there. So it's neat to have them. Yeah. But then they made them garbage and stupid. Like, this is the thing. It's like anything that's cool. Like if I didn't, it's like what Sean just said. If I didn't tell you the actual details and I just told you, that was the worst atrocity of all time. And I'll tell you something right now. We have I'm an acquaintance of someone who is Greek, and she was not happy. But guess what? We can piss off Greek people because I guess they're white, so it doesn't matter if we piss them off and give them a garbage. Like, really, that is not Zeus. Why is Thor this big, super huge, buffed up guy, and then Zeus is garbage? Like, I just don't get it. Like Odin and Zeus were like the counterparts, right? And it's like they should both. Now Odin isn't beefed up big muscle guy, but they got a great actor to play him, right? And Russell Crowe is a good actor, and if they CGI'd him to maybe made him look stronger, he would have been a good voice, and give him his proper voice. Like if you don't want to do any kind of accents or anything weird, then just let him talk normal. So I'm trying to shoo away Thor.
No, there's fucking flies everywhere.
All right.
They're my trash.
All
But
right, so Skeptic, what did you like about the story? You really beat it. You get, oh no, what did you give it?
0.5.
Oh, you get 0.5 like me. So why did you give it 0.5? Why? What was so bad?
I just didn't. Okay, I don't know. I liked the cancer stuff. That was good, but it felt rushed. And
It did.
Oh, Jesus. It was just the fact that it was all comedy. It was just ridiculous. It was just I couldn't take anything seriously, and Thor was just not Thor in this movie. He was just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in the character section because that's where the big money is.
There's only one joke that actually got me, is because it was dry humor, and I appreciate dry humor. It kind of was, but the part where Thor is like talking about bringing back the kids, and then he mentions like, oh, we eating the kids back then or whatever.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny, but
Yeah,
because that's actually something in like mythology or some shit like that, right?
we don't do that anymore. He said.
I don't remember. I don't
like
remember. I do have a Norse mythology book and a Greek mythology book because I used to love that stuff, and I don't remember that particular myth. But, oh my God, guys, are you ready for something insane?
What?
This is insane. I agree with Marcus. We can end the stream
Who?
with Marcus. Jane and Gore were the best things in the movie. I agree.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow, Marcus, we agreed on something. The world's. I'm buying guys. I'll be back. I'm just gonna get a lottery ticket because I'm feeling lucky today.
Let me just see here. Pigs flying. Nope.
No pigs. Wow, Marcus, we agree on something. Well, I thought Jane Foster was going to be a trash, garbage character. I thought I was going to throw up, but I actually liked her. Valkyrie was a garbage character, so phew, that was.
She's always a garbage character.
She's always a garbage character, so that's good.
She has that like.
I can't stand her. I want to punch her in the face. I can't stand her.
I kind of thought, like, we're not in character yet, but I kind of thought so. Melissa McCarthy is Hela in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. That was kind of funny.
That was kind of funny. I laughed at that because it's the most opposite of Kate Blanchett you could ever possibly get. So I don't know. You know, when it was because okay, so that was so outrageous that it kind of was funny. She's like, I'm Hela, and you're like, okay, I'm like, look, we're laughing now because look. When a movie has 4 million jokes, there's got to be 2 or 3 that are going to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But unfortunately, most of them were bad and not funny. I like Jane Foster because it was a serious thing, and I guess they didn't want to make fun of cancer, so they made that serious.
Yeah, you can't
make fun of that, right?
I can see them trying.
I could see, and I liked Gore because he was serious, and he's like, look, he's a sympathetic villain, which but. I mean, you know what? Screw that guy. That guy in the beginning is like, "Oh, you're not going to heaven. There's no heaven, you dumbass." So I'm good with that, right? Yeah. So I liked. I was okay with him being the thing.
I liked his backstory. I liked his backstory. Like
all the gods sucked. All the gods since we were irritating.
The
garbage
script makes a case for him. That's the problem, right? Like I'm like, kill all the gods, man.
Kill the gods, they're losers.
They're idiots.
I think instead of the intro with the Guardians of the Galaxy, personally, I get it. They had to do that, but it would have been great to see Gore actually kill more gods because he only kills one.
Yeah. Sean said
on screen.
Was that you, Sean? Did you?
Yeah, I said he kills the one guy, and I'm like, well. They should have had him kill Valkyrie to show he's killing more gods.
Yeah, that was really
she only got stabbed.
I was so happy when she got stabbed. I think Sean was sitting next to me, and that was my one cheer moment. I was like, yes!
Yeah, and then she survives.
And then she survives so bad. And then Jane dies. Oh, spoilers, Jane dies. And we're like,
I was surprised she died. To be honest, I thought she was the next.
And Deadpool shows up. No.
And then Deadpool shows up.
Imagine Taika Waititi doing a Deadpool
I actually
movie.
did like.
No.
I didn't think she was gonna die. Like I thought they were gonna make her like Thor and Mighty Thor like I don't know, like couple in the MCU or something like that.
No, I
thought
read
her and Valkyrie were gonna be
contract and it
together.
said, "I'll wear the helmet all the time, but I won't be back in another Thor movie. This is it."
Maybe. I mean, if it's on YouTube and stuff, I'll check out stuff.
I
like Jane Foster in this. And so, you know, when Jane Foster died, I actually was like, oh my God, I like Jane Foster. This sucks. And then like, you know what? Just get out of this movie. You had your one like swan song or whatever, and you did your thing, and now get out of here because it's just a bunch of crap. The next one's going to be the ruination of. They're going to ruin Thor and Hercules. We get to see Hercules get ruined next movie. I'm so excited.
Can't wait.
Like, and you, I think after she dies, you see her in Valhalla.
Yeah, Valhalla.
Yes.
With only one other person there.
Yeah.
Where's everyone else?
Yeah, Valhalla.
You see Heimdall.
They have had other Valkyries.
You know,
like,
they could have. Well, no,
the Warriors 3.
I was gonna say maybe Black
gives a
Widow,
shit about
but
the
like
Warriors.
that would have been stupid because she was never a god. So
yeah,
I like the Warriors.
Hey Joe, I saw your comment on my thing. That's awesome. Yeah, you know the Warriors 3 got treated like crap. It's like, remember these losers? I'm like, yeah, they're awesome.
This guy,
and it's like you made fun of Korg. Sucked in this movie.
I don't like Korg at all.
I liked him in Ragnarok, man. I thought he was kind of fun.
Yeah, he should have fucking died in this one.
He should have died.
He kind of did, but he didn't.
Then his body grew back.
Right, it's so stupid.
Then he had a boyfriend with a handlebar mustache.
Right, is that supposed to be funny? Like
he looks like the handlebar from Bravestar.
He does.
No one knows who that is, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like again, was that supposed to be funny? Then I found someone with a handlebar mustache. Why is this happening?
It's a big.
And then
wow, no.
And then
I said that through the movie.
Trick question: how do you take a movie that is so unfunny, so bad, that has lame humor, you know, like really irritating characters? Everyone's a jokester. I have an idea, sir. What's your idea, J-Man? Why don't we have an annoying kid at the end? Oh, perfect. So
I don't know. This is just me, but like with movies, I just don't.
She's okay.
I just don't like. I don't like kids in movies. I just don't.
You don't like Jake Lloyd?
No, I just don't like. In my I just think they're so annoying in movies.
Yeah. This kid
would be the worst movie of all time for you then.
Which one?
Goonies.
Oh God, yeah.
A lot of them are annoying. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Marcus. What do you guys think? Is there going to be any awesome thing? Nothing. I'm not excited for stuff. That's the problem.
No, I'm not either. I'm not even excited for Fantastic Four at this point. I have no hope.
With San Diego Comic-Con, I'm not sure if it's like it's a 50-50 with live streams because sometimes if you live stream an event like San Diego Comic-Con, you could get copyright striked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Oh yeah. You might, right? Because
that's why I'm not. I was thinking about doing it with DC, but because it's like San Diego Comic-Con, and you're not have permission to live stream, you might get copyright strike.
Is there any DC content at all at SDC?
Yeah.
Snyder cut or Snyder versus rumored.
No, I know Black Adam's gonna be there. I know what was it? Shazam's gonna be there. The Flash is gonna be there. Have a trailer there.
Flash.
Is he going to be arrested?
Yeah.
and you have all these other like games, cartoons, and TV shows.
Here's a clip. Here I got a clip for a great sequel. For San Diego Comic-Con. Sean knows what it is. He's already laughing.
I'll have my revenge, and Deathstalker too.
I was gonna mimic the sound effects of the fire. It's like it's just flopping around construction paper.
Oh my God.
Okay, so hold on. We talked about this last stream, and it came in today, baby. Woohoo!
There you go.
Conquest. When you
poor woman.
Listen, Sean. shit happens.
I remember we were watching. It's like, oh, it's okay. And then there's two cavemen rip a woman apart, and we're like, this is all.
Dude,
who does this? You don't see that every day.
Yeah.
Listen, don't worry, Skeptic. A lot of people don't.
Listen, caveman got to take care of business, man. They ripped her apart. I was stunned. I'm like, oh my god, they just tore this woman in half. But Conquest was that movie where Sean got on VHS, and then I was so jealous. I wanted it so badly. And then when we went to the comic convention, and we were separated, and then you found it, and I was like, Sean, take two. And you're like, they've got like 6 or 7 copies. I'm like, Sean, if I don't get a copy, there's gonna be fucking problems. I was like, you better just stand there. Hold 2 copies in your hand. It's like, I'm coming, right? Like, it's like, just coming. And you're like, oh, there's a bunch of copies. I'm like, no, if I don't get one, there will be hell to pay. And I still have that one, and now I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, so I know we're talking about Thor. Do you remember that scene? What was that? The son of
Heimdall, Axel, and Axmel.
I didn't like him.
Axel sucks.
That was ass. Oh, I'm Axel now. I love Guns.
I don't know. Like the CGI was very bad when they were showing his face.
Oh,
that was weird, eh?
That took me out of the film.
Yeah, that
it just looked very weird.
I recommend you try another sport, like knitting.
It was so bad. And then it's
I
like
recommend.
I recommend. You don't have to.
It really says that.
But you should.
Yeah, it's like, I recommend you try another sport here, guys, with your garbage CGI. It's like, it's time to take up knitting or something, because like this CGI is just not hacking it.
Was it just
CGI is probably gonna be bad in She-Hulk?
Oh, She-Hulk was great.
Yeah. Was it just me, or did everybody in the theater just laugh their asses off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, do people not have I don't know. I guess it's
I
all
just assumed
subjective.
everyone was high. I have no idea.
No. So this is where Steve got accused of gatekeeping for no reason. He's like, everyone in the theater was laughing. And I'm like, right, because they just want to see some silly garbage, and they don't think anything. They walked into the theater, they sat there like, wow, that was great. 10 out of 10. Tweet, 10 out of 10. This is great. Are they going to buy the toys? No, they're not, because they haven't left Walmart shelves. I go to Walmart every morning.
Yeah.
Today I
box
got,
figure, yeah.
Today I was able to get Ben Reilly's Spider-Man. I don't know, it's hard to get, but they had one because I go in the morning.
Ooh.
Every single Thor figure was there, even like those big cheapy ones and those little ones where you can't see the figure. They're all there. No one's buying them. Right, so who cares? Oh, I liked it. I thought it was 10 out of 10. Okay, well, then go buy the toys. Oh, no, I'm not that into it. Are you going to order it on DVD? No, so who cares?
Well, it doesn't have to be like $20 for a figure like this.
I think it also depends on the
person. I gave it a 5 out of 10. Steve gave it a 5 out of 10. Sean gave it a 5.5 out of 10. Shill. Skeptic gave it a 3 out of 10. Hater. Arkham gave it a 6.5 out of 10. Shill. And
we're getting our Marvel money for my 5.5.
Kamuzu, what did you think of the film?
Kamuzu.
He didn't
Kamuzu is a huge Thor guy. Oh, he hasn't seen it. He should probably.
Hey, Kamuzu, is that Doro Hedero? What is that drawing? Is that's not Doro Hedero, is it?
Looks like
Kamuzu said he just
Jane too.
Yeah.
Like from the trailers, he says it just he's waiting until it goes, I guess, on digital.
Oh shit! It's that bad?
Yeah, no, he didn't see it, but like he says, he just doesn't want. He's just gonna wait until it goes on digital.
He's probably praying to God that it's gonna be good.
It's not hard to like Jane though when she's not the one talking to her weapon like it's a human, like it's a sentient being.
Right. Oh, I have a question.
Spoilers are. There are spoilers,
much.
So thanks for joining the stream. Just let you know, we're doing spoilers. We've already spoiled some stuff big time, so just be careful.
Thor dies at the end.
Who do you think?
No, just his character.
Who do you think is funnier,
Taika
Waititi or James Gunn?
James Gunn
for sure.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad I actually really love. I don't care what anybody says.
I was just asking because people were comparing Taika Waititi to James Gunn for some
different thing though. I made this argument before. everyone was talking like, well, of course it's funny because, the Guardians of the Galaxy was a funny movie. Yes, it was, but it's a different context. We're talking about misfits. That's the entire joke is they're the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're a bunch of misfits who don't fit together. So it's going to be funny. Ragnarok had a few funny parts. Thank you. Had a few funny parts, but it wasn't dad jokes through the entire frigging movie, which is what this was. It was literally it was absurdism.
My dad loved it. He liked the film a lot.
And now Thor has like a child or something like that.
I'm fine with that.
But she's an annoying child.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I don't want to wear my boots. Thor should have powerbombed her through the table.
I didn't like that was what Love and Thunder meant.
Yeah,
I thought Love and Thunder was gonna mean like Thor's big speech to Gore at the end. It's like you're choosing either love or thunder, right? Like hatred or love, right? But no, I don't know why Sean, like him and the girl.
I mean, it was better than what I thought from the title.
Why are you pretending that people are thinking through this through?
He's like, because when he starts making that speech, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty clever." And
why,
like,
why,
this
why,
isn't exactly what this means.
Why is she carrying Stormbreaker and stuff like that? Like she knows how to use it.
To be honest, I like from the first time I heard that Taika Waititi was doing the next Thor movie, I didn't like it because I honestly did not like Ragnarok. A lot of people praise it. Yeah, there's some good moments, but overall, pissed me off.
Yeah, you know what? I really liked Ragnarok, but I don't fight with people that don't like it because I understand why people don't like it. Remember, too, here's another thing, too. Let's just say this general, and this is I know for sure that at least the top row of us is in on this. If I love a movie and everyone else hates it, and I have so many examples of that, I'm okay with everyone hating it because I'm okay with me liking it. I don't need others to like it for me.
Yeah, you don't need to validate yourself.
I don't need to validate my thing. It's like I love Wonder Woman 84. Everyone hates it. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And people get angry. So it was garbage. I'm like, okay, it's garbage, so that's fine. I don't care. Yeah. It's like I like Highlander 2. Everyone makes fun of that. So what? And
you
even I guarantee you, if I watched Highlander 2 with the aliens, the quickening, I guarantee you I'd like it because I'm like, they're aliens. That's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Double C, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
I have the power.
Oh yeah, I'm just not even caring at this point. I just think it's all like just comedy
brutal,
at this point.
Man. Like,
we all know. Like, do you think the fifth one's gonna be the last movie or something like that?
I thought this.
No, I don't think it will. I thought it was gonna be the last movie too. But I think they're going to do a Thor 6 because they're going to do like, Hercules versus Thor, which is a really cool idea.
Sure.
But, I mean, they're doing that.
That's Thor 5, actually. We're on the 4th.
Yeah. It's like they're copying God of War at this point.
This movie just feels like it was 2, so he had already went to 6. Like the goats thing you asked about, Arkham. There's a movie I don't know if you're a skeptic know about. It's called Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, I love that movie.
You love that movie, right? So in that movie, they have horses, and every time they say Cloris Leachman's character's name, Fabuka, they whinny, right? They go, ooh, whatever. Noises horses make.
Right.
That's literally what I felt like when I was watching this movie and the goats screamed. I literally thought I was watching Young Frankenstein because they did it once. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. They're screaming like human beings. And someone mentioned it. I'm like, okay. And then it happened again.
Yeah.
It happened again. I'm like, okay, we get it.
When I was watching that scene with my friends, they kept staring at me, at me, like, why is this in here?
Every time I heard the goats, it just pissed me off more. Like, I hated it.
It's like
I love Maximum Overdrive, man. Honey, the machine just called me an asshole.
Yes.
It's got Green Goblin in it, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Like, okay, who was there anyone who was completely stunned that Green Goblin's truck, like if they made a Hot Wheels toy of Green Goblin,
and it's on the poster too.
It's on the poster. Green Goblin's the villain in this Stephen King movie.
I thought maybe it was a generic goblin that looked like Green Goblin, but I was
it's Green Goblin.
It's Green Goblin.
Yeah. It's Green Goblin. Why, Steve? Can you shed light on that? Why is that? Like, I don't understand. It's
that
Green
I
Goblin.
can't
It's
tell
so
you.
weird.
All I know is that Stephen King literally, his mission statement was, and I'm not joking, he wanted to make the worst movie ever made.
Well, he failed because it's awesome.
Well,
but is he making excuses because he was on super amounts of coke at that point? So
I mean, I don't know what he was thinking at that point.
was.
Like he wrote,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Tommy Knockers or Needful. I was one of them. I think it was Tommy
I like
Knockers
Needful Things.
or Needful Things, one of the two. And he was on. He didn't remember writing it. It was Tommy Knockers or it was one of them.
Yeah.
What was Zeus like in the comics? Assuming, from what I saw there, Hercules is.
Well,
in the
he's like a
comics.
big, serious, bumped up guy.
Authoritative
know
dude.
what's-
Yeah.
Funny about
So
Zeus-
Hercules is actually more like Thor is. Hercules
Yeah.
fun loving and getting into brawls and
Yeah.
going on wacky adventures.
But
and,
he's
you
more
know,
skill. He's a more skilled fighter than Thor.
I don't know. I read actually some Hercules. I love Hercules. I
Yeah.
I got the figures of him and all that. Like I always thought Hercules was awesome, but like
I know like I watched some videos of like Hercules versus Thor and stuff like that, and some in the comics like they went toe to toe each other. Like Thor has the power. Like he has double the power of Hercules, but Hercules is more of a skill fighter.
I don't know. Maybe that's some retcon, but like in the old days, that wasn't really the case. I feel like Thor was more skilled, but they were equals, right? It's just that like Hercules is more fun loving,
right.
like, kind of like how Thor is in these movies. What J-Man said.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So I don't know how they would do him in these other movies. There he is.
See, Green
He's got
Goblin.
people on
That
top and
is the
everything.
Green Goblin.
And if you look, he's
Yeah.
got the hat too. If you look, I'm trying to find a sideways picture of him, but like that's crazy.
How did
It's
he
like,
get away with that?
I have no idea. Green Goblin's and he kills people. He runs people over with that truck. Like the truck.
If it was Disney, they wouldn't have allowed it.
No,
they wouldn't have allowed it.
Well, I guess it's not really a Disney
Well,
thing.
that and like Thor in Adventures in Babysitting, it's like Marvel stuff would just pop up in movies.
because they were selling their stuff for a song at that point, right? They were licensing their stuff for a song.
It's like Spider-Man's first live action appearance on Electric Company was for free. Stan Lee's like, we'll do it for free, man, and just so you can just
so
get
he's
him out
on
there. Yeah.
Here, I'll put this on for you guys so you can see. There you go.
Yep.
That
So
should have been a little
so
girl.
she had the cape, she had the hammer, and she had the helmet, and
And the hair, really.
and the hair. So how many times have you seen Adventures in Babysitting? I've seen it 47 times.
What the hell is that?
It's it's like one of the best movies ever.
Adventures of Babysitting?
No,
Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah,
What?
Adventures in Babysitting. So that
So
girl loves Thor. So she draws literally she just draws Thor comics all day, and like she has the full costume, and her entire room is Thor. Like her walls, and she's like Captain America and Spider-Man are cool, but Thor is the best. He fights the forces of darkness. Forces of darkness, beware, right? And then Vincent D'Onofrio he's like this construction worker guy. He's like this huge guy, blonde hair, long blonde hair. He's got the hammer, and she thinks it is Thor, so she bows to him. She's like, Thor, mighty god of thunder. And he's like, who is this kid? And it's absolutely one of the best scenes because like they've lost their car's damaged. There's flat tire. They need a new tire. The parents don't know they're gone. They're in danger. There's criminals are after them. And the babysitter's like, we really need to get our car repaired and get out of here. And they don't have enough money to pay for it. So Vincent D'Onofrio as Thor, he's not Thor, sorry. He's just the garage. He owns the garage. He's like, listen, you owe me $50 or else you're not getting your car. And so she like kneels to him and she's like, but you're Thor, you help people. And he's like, listen, kid, it's like this, I've got a business here. This is the city I run, I help myself. And she's like, but you help people in trouble. You're Thor. And he's like, get out of here. And then she's like, oh, I know why you're not acting like yourself. You're not acting like yourself because you don't have your helmet. And she's like, here, wear the helmet. And then he's like, okay. He goes, yeah, you can take it. So he lets them take it because the kid, and then he says to the little girl, he's like, I have one of these at home. So he makes it seem like he's the real Thor. It's fucking awesome. I'm like, where's that in this movie?
That almost sounded like the beginning with Gore, with the god.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's done in such a nice thing because the entire movie she's loved Thor and talks about him throughout the whole movie, and then this guy looks like Thor. I'll get a picture of you. I'll get a picture for you. Check.
I never saw it like Daddy Daycare, but I remember seeing the poster and there was a Flash kid.
Yeah, there's a kid.
The same kind of
that
thing.
was the first time I ever heard about Reverse Flash and like Gorilla Grodd and shit like that, because there was some nerd guy that was
so they're trying to do the same kind of thing as Adventures in Babysitting, but with Flash, right?
Yeah. Oh, is that what happened? I didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what they were doing. Here, I'll put Thor here for you. So this is the guy who. So his name is Dawson. Dawson's Garage. So she sees him and she thinks, "Oh my god, it's Thor."
Look at Vincent D'Onofrio.
I know.
A real Thor.
Just think Kingpin, and this is what he was before.
That's
so he's played Kingpin and Thor.
Was that Thor like show or movie or anything like?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was in the Incredible Hulk.
He was in Incredible Hulk for a TV movie.
Oh, what do you look like in that?
You could dial it up, Jay.
Okay, so
see that
it's a super blurry.
Was more of a fun-loving guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just want to brawl and drink mead and all that.
That's all he cared about was fighting and stuff. Yeah.
It's like, where's your ogre friend? Let's have a tussle. You know. There he is.
I like his costume there better than Ragnarok. Or not Ragnarok, but actually, Ragnarok sucked too. But
this is awesome, and she has the cape and the Mjolnir and the helmet and everything, and then this weird Green Goblin. I'm getting rid of some of those. All right, I'll keep the Thor ones. Yeah, so this is what I'm hoping for, but that's not going to happen.
Hey, I mean, that's pretty comic accurate. I mean, from what I remember seeing in the post-credit scene, but I don't have any hope in the movie because this one sucked and the last one.
I'm not sure.
For me.
Was he friends with Stan Lee?
I don't know.
See, I don't know. Like, that's a good question, Joe, because he's been he's friends with Steven Spielberg. Randomly. Like he was in with Spielberg when I forget what the hell we were watching, like Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, and I'm like, when did he become friends with Stephen? My favorite Stephen King story, quickly. There he is.
There you go.
My favorite Stephen King story was when he was shaving, and Stanley Kubrick phoned, and I guess he read Shining, and he's like King's wife hands him the phone, and she's like, "Oh, it's Stanley Kubrick on their line." And he just was like shaving, like, he literally like cut himself, and he picks up, he's like, "Hello," and Kubrick's like, "I think it's pretty presumptuous of you to assume that there is no life after death," or something like that, and he's like, It's like 6 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous. And that's how he met Stanley Kubrick.
Message.
What the hell was that?
So that's the message. There's like this message.
What was that from?
It's from Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
That's the title of the film?
That's the title of the movie. Yeah.
What?
Don't
I respect that title.
To society while don't be a menace in society while drinking your juice in the hood. No, to society. Don't be a menace to society while drinking.
It's a combination of all the black names. Movies at the time that were all
don't be a menace or be a menace to society. Juice,
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Don't be a menace to society while drinking your juice in the hood. Yeah, and then Boys in the Hood. Yeah, those are those.
Yeah.
So they put all those titles together.
This looks funny.
Oh, it's a
Marlon Wayans. Fuck yeah.
Oh, it's
Wayans
super
Brothers.
funny. You should watch it for sure. It's really funny. It would be canceled today for some reason or another, so watch it before it gets canceled.
Yeah. The only thing I know about Marlon Wayans is him being Robin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already had a thing on that.
Isn't he in that Batman '89 trash comic?
Yeah.
Oh, is it bad?
I don't like it.
What's so bad about it?
I hate I hate the design of Robin. It's trash.
I don't like it.
Oh, let's see. Batman '89. I'll look up the comic for that. Let's see.
You're not gonna like it.
What does that say about me?
I don't know. What does it say?
It says you can shit in my mouth.
Oh, that's not terrible. I mean,
What?
No, I don't think it's bad.
That's great. He cuts me back to skeptic.
I like that there's like black. I mean, it's different, yeah, but he has the green and the red. But I kind of like how he has like yellow and black like Batman. It's kind of a good, I don't know,
contrast.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I think Arkham's having a silent stroke on me.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's go through the characters here in Thor, because like we can all agree it looked pretty good, right? Like everyone thought it looked really cool.
What looked good?
Like Thor, the movie Thor, like Love and Thunder looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's not really any complaints there. But Skeptic, you didn't like Thor's costume, maybe too outlandish, just too.
Someone's echoing.
I don't like all the gold. I hated it.
Someone's echoing.
It's not bothering me. I don't know who it is.
Maybe it's you.
I don't think it's me. I can hear it.
I'll mute everybody. Talk, Skeptic.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Talk except for Steve.
Hi. How you doing?
Hello. It might have been Steven or Sean.
Hello.
Hello. No, I think it's okay now. Maybe it was just for a second, unless it's Sean.
Probably Sean.
No, I muted just to see if it was me, and it was still happening.
Oh,
I think it happened.
Can't argue with a confident man.
All right, so the characters. Well, Zeus was garbage.
Yep.
Valkyrie's garbage.
How did?
Yeah, go ahead.
How did Percy Jackson and the White
Zeus
have a better Zeus than this movie?
Because that movie actually, you know what? I didn't mind that Percy Jackson. I didn't see I only saw part one. I don't know if there's more parts to it or
there's
not.
There's the second one.
And then there's a new one coming out that looks terrible.
Okay, so you know what? I didn't think that was too bad. I thought that first one was okay. That first Percy Jackson movie, that was kind of fun.
But it's a YA based movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, and they got Sean Bean, who looks great.
Awesome. Sean Bean's awesome.
But then they made him like enormous, bigger than everyone. Like the gods are enormous. I'm like, how is this movie? I thought I would say, how is this movie? Which, no disrespect, I mean it's a good movie, but how did this movie beat Disney's Thor: Love and Thunder as far as the gods are concerned?
I don't know.
Did Sean Bean die in that? Because he dies in everything.
No.
Okay. So like it broke the contract.
Wow,
No,
Sean Bean lives.
Sean Bean lived.
We have to get something for that.
There you go.
Sean Bean lives. Yeah.
JCVD dances for Sean Bean.
The one thing I would say I hated about Love and Thunder is they made like the gods like laughing stock and everything like that, and they didn't care either about Gore the God Butcher, what he was doing either.
Okay, look, you know what the problem is? Nobody wants to say this, but I'll say it. Here's a major problem. Okay, in order for Gore to be considered a villain, he needs to be killing things that are good and useful and helpful. It's like the reason why the murder of children is bad is that there's a future with children that they could do better than we've done, right?
Yeah.
You don't want your son or daughter to die because you feel that you're living on through them and they will do better than you did. They will be better than you were. Gore is killing useless, annoying people. Right? No, I know this sounds funny, but look, they're all useless and annoying, so you don't care. This is the Friday the 13th equation or
Friday
problem.
13th
The Friday 13th equation is that 9 out of the 10 characters are garbage. So you want Jason to kill them all, and then the final girl is the one you want to win because she's the one who's the good, nice person. That's how horror movies, slashers work. Everyone is a trash character. So you don't feel bad that they die. You're waiting for Jason or Michael or Freddy or Leatherface or whoever it is to kill these people because they're irritating and they're assholes. Gore, everyone here is saying Gore is so cool, right? Because he's taking care of business. These people are all like when he killed that god in the beginning, no one thought that was sad.
Yeah,
because
No.
right? No one thought that was sad.
Prick,
so how is Gore someone to be feared? You're just like, so if Gore came up to you right now, you're like, well, I'm not a god and I haven't wronged anybody, so I'm good. Right?
You have to go against Winston's
when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes, I wouldn't say Thor is particularly useful as a god in the movie.
Right. Well, so no, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like you don't care if he kills Zeus. So how is he a threat?
Yeah.
This is the thing. He's not a threat. So he becomes someone to cheer on because Zeus is a loser and an asshole. So you're like, okay, well, when Zeus is like, oh, Gore is not going to come here. You're like, you know what, Zeus, screw you. Let Gore come and see what happens. And you want him to come and kill him. You're like, but that's not what. Is that what the director wants me to think? I don't think it is.
Right.
And because you're supposed to be rooting for Thor and his team to go stop Gore, but I'm not rooting for them. Like, think of a villain that you hated in, and I don't mean Joker, who's a cool villain. Think of someone who you hated. Like, I thought the Emperor was a stinking piece of crap in Star Wars. I was like, man, I want to see Luke nail this guy. And when Darth Vader nails the Emperor, you're like, yeah, like, you know, that was awesome. Right?
That's how I felt when Thor killed Zeus, to be honest.
Yes.
No, that is it. We all thought that. We're like, shut this guy up or whatever. Now is that what we're supposed to think? I don't know. This movie's so weird. It's weird.
Yeah, like
I agree.
Go ahead. Yeah, they're cannon fodder. Zeus was terrible.
I like those owl guys in the beginning. They were cool. Like
that was funny. It looked like something from the 80s.
Yeah. They looked like Muppets or something.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, actually. Was Muppets.
I thought they were neat. They had the motorbikes and stuff. And, I don't know.
Yeah. What about that kawaii idol?
The what?
Like
the what?
The kawaii, the cute, you know,
Oh, that was stupid.
Right. Like, why is that there?
About?
The freaking the dumpling. Kawaii means cute. It's
like that was idiotic.
Yeah, like I have Domo-kun. I don't know if people like Domo-kun. I like Domo-kun.
I think it was at that point. It might have been when he was talking to Stormbreaker. Like, don't be jealous. Like, you're good too. I actually.
That's another stupid thing. Like, I don't think like a Stormbreaker or Mjolnir talk or anything like that. It's like, what?
Well, it was at that point I turned to Sean and I said to him, "This is completely idiotic."
Yeah, you're like, it's idiotic.
Yeah, I don't think in the comics the object
it's a weapon.
Yeah, they never talk. Like,
so okay. So now check this out. I did this with Kenobi. I can do it with this too. My little rant. The how J-Man wants to see this happen. Look, weapon, like when he forged the weapon, Stormbreaker, that was pretty cool because he went in. He's like, I've got to make this weapon. It's like,
that was awesome.
Get the big gears out, and then the dwarves are the ones that did forge Mjolnir. If you read the Norse mythologies, anyways, so it's like fucking making this weapon, and he makes this big axe. Like, I need a handle. It's like whoosh, and then like the Groot up. You're like, that was cool. You're like, okay. So after you watch, you're like, yeah, man, I gotta get that weapon. I'm gonna go around and slay shit. You know, like I'm gonna friggin' hit people with this weapon. This one, I'm like, I don't want a weapon that's gonna be moody and talk to me. Who are they appealing this to? No little kid is going to think that that's a cool weapon. You're like, oh, I have to talk to the weapon and I constantly have to say it's nice and cute. It's like, well, it's not a pet. It's supposed to be a weapon to draw blood. It's like when Conan, I'm going back to Conan, it's my favorite movie. When Schwarzenegger finds the Atlantean sword from that king, and that king wouldn't let go of it. Remember the bones? And he took it and the king fell. It's like, because now finally it's dead. The sword has moved on. And then it became his sword, right?
It reminds me that's in that game.
Maybe
talks.
Taika Waititi was making his weapon as like the new Groot or something like that.
But it's like stupidness. It's like the weapon is supposed to be used to hunt down people. Like Conan got that sword. First thing he does is cut his chains free. Second thing he does is he kind of looks over at the camera, and then those wolves or dogs, those dog wolves were dead, and he's wearing them. And you're like, yeah, that's awesome. It's like he freaking took care of shit right there. And he did it with that awesome sword, which now I gotta buy. And why do you think that sword's like hundreds of dollars and people still buy it now? Literally, the people still buy. And then Conan's father's sword is awesome too, and they buy that too. It's like, well, who's gonna buy this Stormbreaker? It's garbage. I don't want to talk to my weapon. It's like, what is it, Sledgehammer? They think it's but Sledgehammer did it as a joke. In the
And it's not Katana's sword. And it's not Katana's sword, where it's like got all the skulls in it.
And it's alive or whatever. Or Elric's sword, which
Elric's sword sucks the souls out.
It's supposed to be Elric's sword, right? But it's like, I get it. I know what Elric is, thanks, but this is not it. And you didn't even do it because Elric's thing sucks its souls.
No, it's all in the name of comedy. Like you're reading too much into it. He's just putting in it's like we'll have this running gag where like the weapon is jealous of the other weapon.
Right.
That's all it is.
So stupid.
That's all. Kept going back to it and back to it and back to it. Like that Stormbreaker like sidled into screen at least 3 times, and I'm like, serious? It's like.
People laughed so hard at that. I don't know why.
Yeah, it comes in and
idiocy.
Ugh. Did you see the reactions to the Minions 2 ending? It was ridiculous. People were throwing popcorn everywhere, and
I don't understand that. Is the meme saying go to the thing? I don't know how that's a meme if it's like giving you a message to go to.
Yeah, you saw the thing where people are dressing up and throwing.
Yeah, and I saw kids dress up yesterday. Actually,
what?
When we went, we went and I saw I was waiting for J-Man and Steve, and their kids, it must have been 13, 14 or something like that doing that.
100%.
I'm completely lost. What are we talking about?
There's some sort of phenomenon with this new Minion movie where people go dressed up in suits, and I guess they're throwing stuff at the screen and destroying the screen.
Oh yeah,
that's
I saw a TikTok of that. People dress up in suits and
Pourquoi?
And go in theater and throw popcorn at the screen.
Oh, I got a clip. Pourquoi?
You gotta find it.
Yeah,
man. I can never find it.
No, I have that from a long time ago.
and now, if you're wearing a suit or something like that, going to the movie theater, they won't let you in.
They're gonna ban you now. Yeah.
But why are they doing it? Okay, so there's.
I don't know.
Okay,
TikTok.
I saw the first.
Blame TikTok.
What's the first thing called? Despicable Me? Is that part 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw Despicable Me. I thought it was pretty good, and then that's it. I saw part 2. I was like, yeah, it's okay. And I was done.
Okay.
And then they did some Minions movies, which look god awful.
Yeah.
I don't like the Minions. They look garbage to me.
Send the timestamp if you want to look at this.
I know. It's called Minions. Rise of Gru, and
I could screen share it actually.
I do think
oh my god.
The problem is I think the problem is TikTok now. They kind of ruin society.
It's hard to disagree with you there, Arkham.
I'm just pissed off because of the employees that have to deal with that.
Well,
I hate that.
Okay, how much does it cost me $20 for a large popcorn and drink? I'm not going to pay $20 and throw it at the screen.
Especially release it, you got to really put your arm into it.
That's an expensive. Why don't you just bring toilet paper or something?
Minions is a kids movie. To do that like a horror thing, something that adults are there.
Well, don't do it
you
at
bring
all,
your kid is 5 or something like that to watch this.
That's a terrible.
Nothing else shit's flying around. It's you want to protect your kid.
That wouldn't happen in
That's
Finding Nemo.
just to me.
If someone threw something at me and it hit me, I would literally murder everyone behind me, just to get the person that did it.
Well,
I don't care if 10 innocent people get killed in the process.
There was these fucking kids one seat off from me that kept talking. I didn't care, honestly, because I didn't even like the movie. If I cared, I would have said shush. Yeah. But they kept their fucking annoying.
Yeah. During Thor or Minions?
During Thor. Oh. Well, there was a baby crying when I was watching Endgame. I told them to shush because that's a good movie, but arguably, but
we had a baby and the crowd booed him out of the theater.
Yes,
good.
But Jesus. I thought we were going to have a problem yesterday because right when the movie was starting, there was this whole mix-up with seats behind us, and it was going on and on.
That was the theater's fault. What? You know what happened? So we had no internet. Hey, Skeptic, did you lose internet?
No, because I have Shaw.
Okay, so we all lost. So you know what happened? the theater sold tickets to the same seats to two different people because some of it didn't get registered. Because we bought tickets so in advance that it didn't matter. But people who were buying tickets through other systems that were working got cross tickets. So they both had the same seat number.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's what happened, Steve. I don't know if you're paying. So they're arguing. And I said, and I don't know if Sean heard me, I'm like, guys, there's seats right here in front of us that no one is sitting in. Just take those. And they're arguing. I'm like, why is this continuing on?
Yeah.
Like, it's like.
What was this in the Thor movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so like when people bought the tickets, they got cross tickets or something like that?
So basically you have to pick. We always see IMAX, and in IMAX in Canada, at least in IMAX Canada, you buy a seat number.
Yeah.
So I always take J15 in one theater, and if I'm in the other theater, it's like P25 or something. I don't remember. Right? So I always take the same seat. And the thing is, this time we didn't get the same seats because it just sold out quicker. So I ended up getting, instead of the back row, I got one in front. So same seats I normally take, just one in front. So, but for some reason, the online ticketing thing gave the same 3 different people the same seat number. So it's like they got, seat 1, 2, and 3, and this guy got 1, 2, and 3, and then they're like, that's my seat. No, that's my seat. And then they have to figure out, rock, paper, scissors, who's going to take it.
Does IMAX still have
who end up getting it?
Well, there's people who are sitting there first, and the guy said, look, man, I've been here for half an hour. I was here first, so sorry, we got the same seats, but you weren't here. So they just
come
ended
in
up
super early.
I always come in early anyways, just because.
It's
Plus, I like to get
relaxing
popcorn and stuff, and we talk and everything.
Yeah. So you have to sit somewhere else.
Not us.
Not
all.
You wouldn't have budged your seat.
Oh no!
You should
There
have got
wouldn't be a discussion.
J15.
No, there wouldn't be a discussion. If someone asks me to move, I will just ignore them. They can come. It's like, hello, sir, hello. It's like, no, I'm not moving.
Yeah, no.
Steve, Sean, and I get there 1 hour before the movie starts. Yeah. There's no chance in hell anyone's getting us to.
Do you think it's worth it to pay to see Lightyear? Probably no.
No, it's terrible.
No, I know it's terrible. I just like watching movies.
Yeah, you don't want to, like, when I have seats and with my friends, you don't want to get arguing with my friends. If someone tries to steal Steve from my friend Anthony, he'll punch you.
Why not stab?
What?
Someone's got buzzing.
I don't know. I don't hear anything.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm messing with my cable. Maybe it's me.
Oh.
Yeah,
is it gone?
Yes. I think it's gone.
Sorry, I was pulling it in and out. Sorry.
All right. So did everyone like Jane, or am I alone, or what? Or what were everyone's thoughts? You liked her?
Yeah,
Jane was fine.
Like, she had like a kind of like impact, and like she's dying and everything like that, and you can feel for the character. Like I was happy that they didn't make fun of people with cancer, because that would be
I don't think they would. I don't think they would go that far.
I mean, I watched 2 of my relatives die of cancer in front of me. I would be okay with them making fun of it. So I'm okay with making fun of anything.
That's fair. No, yeah, I agree with that. It's just a general audience would freak out.
I know, general audience,
Terrible
because they're all a bunch of pansies.
Yeah.
It's like put on. Listen, put on your big boy pants, man. Nature sucks. It's like bad shit happens, and you can't stop it. It's like it's awful, and it's like, I've watched every horror movie there is.
Oh yeah.
And when you see it in real life, it's different. So it's like, I'm okay with it. You can't be offended at everything. You can't walk around just being offended and upset.
Yeah.
It also depends on the person, because like a lot of people lost a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
So like, if they made a joke,
really,
and a lot of people losing a lot of people this year, it would offend a lot of people now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely would, Arkham, and like, it would probably be in poor taste, but at the same time, it's actually surprising me they didn't, because everything else was made fun of through the entire frigging movie. Like, it just was one thing after another. I couldn't take anything seriously, even if there was a serious moment. Even when the kids were in the cage, and Thor astral projects in, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, we're gonna get a respite from the constant terrible jokes. And immediately there's this argument about, is his name Astrid or Axel? He's like, oh, I love Guns. I'm like, why is this?
What is this going? What's going on?
Move on, guys. Like, can't you do anything without it being a joke? I hated Korg. The guy reminded me of Chris Tucker from frigging Fifth Element. Right. He never shut up.
Corbin, Dallas. But I mean, this is Corbin. I was like, shut. Fifth Element was 10 out of 10 until that guy showed up.
What did you guys think? What did you guys think initially when he died, and then when it's revealed that his head is still?
No, I was not happy.
I was not happy. Like Valkyrie tied him behind her.
Valkyrie should have tied him to her head and then jumped down a bottomless pit and never been seen again.
That would have made the movie a lot better.
I have a better idea. What if she put him on her chest and then stabbed herself through his face through her? That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome.
Valkyrie was. I have to say, Clobby said this. We were on his channel earlier. Valkyrie wasn't as irritating in this one as she was in the last one.
Do you
think so? Was she irritating?
What's her name? Tessa Thompson? Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a terrible actress. She can't convey anything.
Oh
my god! I think the book is closed on this. We're trying to judge. We're trying to judge, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it. She has no charisma.
Right.
Every single emotion is the same face. It's incredible. At one point, the script provides her with a personality where she kisses the girl's hand like she's Errol Flynn or something, and it's so out of character with the rest of what we've seen.
Yeah,
it's like you can't even convey this properly. Like, I'm not convinced of this at all.
There's one small thing. I know it's a small thing, and people are like, "Oh, you're nitpicking," but I really, really hated the small little joke of infinity cones. It's like it's like if you made like a Nazi ice cream bar. It's like that killed half the universe. That's a pretty traumatic event for pretty much everybody.
You don't get like a bubble wrap of armor just for being a feminist. Like, you can be a terrible actress too. You know?
That's going to
message.
Sorry, terrible actor.
Sean, be careful.
Thinking about it,
holy shit!
Cone thing.
Holy crap!
They probably
I grew up with actress.
Oh my god!
I did want to see in the movie Thor going to Infinity Gauntlet. He's gonna be traumatized.
Jesus Christ! We got a war going on down here. We can't find the damn thing.
I actually respectfully disagree. I found her 100 times worse in this one than Ragnarok. Reason being is because I felt that she had a reason for at least being there in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
What's her reason for tagging along? The kids are kidnapped. When does she go after the kids?
She sucks, yeah.
When does she
I honestly liked her in Ragnarok. Honestly, that was one of the things I kind of. I like the scene, like her introduction, where she's like, and then she just shoots everybody. I really like that. That was funny.
But it's Joe. Yeah, you're right. I forgot she's in Creed.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah, she was good in that.
She definitely has like in this one. She's that too cool for school kid. She's rolling her eyes.
Yeah. She's
just sitting there eating popcorn while Thor's naked, and just like she doesn't care about anything or anyone. When he's talking to the kids, she's using her braid to tickle his nose because obviously Valkyrie's unconcerned about what's happening with the kids that she's supposedly the king of New Asgard about.
She should be like
that was very jarring.
She should be on it more than Thor.
Yeah.
She's like the president or king or whatever, these people. So
that just pissed me off too. Like, I'm the king, Valkyrie. Okay, who you're not though.
Queen it up, bitch.
Yeah. Queen. So what there's they keep putting this in there. We're gonna be on this topic for very quick. They keep putting this crap in there as though it's something. It's like, okay, so what you're saying is that queens are not powerful. You're saying queens are not important because you don't want to be called a queen, you want to be called a king. It's like, okay. So that means all the Queen Elizabeth is trash.
Queen Elizabeth is fucking awesome. I love her.
Like it's like they keep doing this stuff, as though this is supposed to be a point, but you're not making a point. You're just saying something else sucks. It's like
I'm dreading having King Charles on our $20 bills.
Oh.
It's gonna happen in the next 5 years.
It's like
they have to put they have to make a fold out for his ears. Anyway.
Oh man, man, Sean, do I have one of
my
those?
drawer today?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You don't see those often anymore, do you?
$1 bill?
No,
it's from 1973.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have one.
My face on the $1 bill.
Remember these?
Yeah, I remember they were debating. I remember when they were debating about having a strong woman on our money, and it's like everyone's like the queen.
Yeah, like
all of our money. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, my wallet's in another room.
What do you have?
$1 bills still? Yeah.
Arkham has $1 bills. Yeah, George Washington's on the $1 bill.
Yeah.
Is it Washington? Yeah. He's on the shittiest denomination. It's like
no, that's not what it is, Sean. Everyone's gonna have $1. That's why he's on that.
Oh, so he's more common, right?
Yeah. Oh, come on, guys. Let's go. You guys got it. That was.
Was that like a conspiracy theory, or not a conspiracy theory, but was that like
pyramid behind him?
The pyramid with the eye on it.
I was going to talk about Joker's. Like when Joker is throwing the money, is he actually throwing money with his face on it, or is that just a rumor?
It is, because there's a trading card that has a close up of one of the denominations, and it is
the Joker.
His face. But they never did that in the movie. Like they never showed that in the movie. But it's supposed to be like Joker dollars.
Remember,
it's not even real money. To me, it should have been real money. Because then that makes sense. Because he's so crazy, he's giving away real money, and then he kills everybody. Right?
I assumed it was real money because they never showed it.
Yeah.
So it is real money unless they show that it's not.
To me, it's real money. I don't like the Joker dollars thing.
But they don't show it. If it's not shown in the movie, then you have to assume it's real money because why would he not have real money?
To me, it doesn't really matter either way at this point. I mean, the movie's 40 years old?
30.
30. Sorry.
What? I don't have one for that. Maybe I'll put this on.
That's the one time you don't have something for that.
I love.
Is it Macho Man?
I like. He's dropping Macho Man, which really I should find someone better to drop. But not better, someone worse because I like Macho Man.
Like DiBiase or someone.
I love Ted DiBiase. I've got him right there on my. Okay, so who do I have on my shelf? I've got Earthquake, of course, because he's the best. I got stop it. I love Earthquake. I've got Demolition. I've got Honky Tonk Man, Kamala, Sergeant Slaughter, Sergeant Slaughter, of course. Big Boss Man. I've got Macho Man. I've got Ted DiBiase. I got Akeem. Just because
African Dream,
the African Dream,
that would be super duper canceled.
He would be canceled immediately.
It's it was racist back then. I don't.
Color smells like cigarettes.
Oh, that is the only Zeus.
Yes,
Zeus.
My Zeus is Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
I think everybody forgets
Clash of Titans.
Oh shit! Yeah.
The shit one, yeah.
Oh, it's the shit Clash of Titans. Yeah,
I like it.
Wrath of Titans is better.
Wrath of Titans is good.
Wrath of Titans is better.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, Wrath of Titans is good.
I'm still waiting for a sequel. There's never been canceled.
Keep waiting.
I don't think it's ever been canceled.
Restore the Clash verse.
That would be better than Snyderverse.
Oh, have you guys been following? I think is it Ratcatcher? I don't know.
Oh, Josh.
Is that Josh? Josh.
Yeah, that's Josh.
And Zack Snyder fanboy. Literally, Zack Snyder fanboy and him are having this war, and I swear it's the least relevant war of all time. Like no one cares, and they just keep having these battles. And he's like, "Oh, this is a trash movie," and then Zack Snyder gets all pissed off over it. It's like, but it is a trash movie. It's like everyone knows these movies are trash.
No, I think what pissed off the Snyder fandom the most is I think it's Zack's. It was either the Man of Steel or the Zack Snyder Justice League or the BVS tweet that he made.
Oh, what did he? Zack Snyder tweeted something?
No, Josh did, and he makes like a whole freaking paragraph at each paragraph why the movie's bad and stuff like that.
Oh, he doesn't have. There's not enough characters on Twitter to tell you why it's so bad. You need way more.
And the whole Snyder fandom goes after him.
Literally though, they didn't respond to. Okay, I think it was Zack Snyder fanboy, our buddy. He put a post saying that Christopher Reeve and Michael Keaton killed criminals with smiles on their faces, and then I responded to that saying, "Oh my God, you're right. You've proven that Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck are losers because Christopher Reeve depowered Zod, had a smile on his face, and then killed Zod." I said, Henry Cavill's a little whining bitch because he cried like a loser after he killed Zod. I was like, he killed Zod. I was like, Christopher Reeve had a smile on his face. So Christopher Reeve is obviously much better and more badass than Henry Cavill. And I said, and Michael Keaton had a smile on his face when he killed people, thus proving that he's way cooler because he was killing people in his first year of Batman. Ben Affleck had to lose someone. Oh, you lost someone. Now you're upset. I'm like, so you just proved that Michael Keaton and Christopher Reeve are way better than Henry Cavill and he didn't respond to that. I'm like, right, because your point was dumb, right? It's like your point was stupidness. It's like, stop trying to pretend that there's a war going on. It's like, even if I didn't like, okay, actually, guys, three of us, hands up. I did not like that Batman killed Joker in that movie.
Which one?
No,
89.
Oh, I hate that.
I didn't like that. Even as a kid
as
a kid in the theater, I was like, "Wait, is Joker dead? No, that sucks."
I also hated the idea where they made Joker as the killer of the wing.
Yeah, no one liked that.
Yeah, no one liked that. Yeah, nobody liked that. No, everyone thought that was bad.
Yeah,
but that's a movie. That's like one of these movie things where they have to.
That was back then too.
Nobody liked it.
Getting on Thor again.
Like what the topic at hand?
Oh my gosh!
Wait,
am I crazy for like enjoying Dark World a lot more than this movie?
I have to watch it again.
I can't answer that.
I'd have to watch that.
That's
again.
hard, man.
Like
Dark World was better.
Tall order. I don't know that. I don't know if I'm going to go that far yet.
It felt like the first movie again, which is good.
To me, Love and Thunder is like a. It's like a.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I wish I had the full clip for that.
If you have the full clip, that would be outstanding.
Yeah.
But Marcus has trashopinions.com. I just started a website. It's called marcushas.trashopinions.com.
Who's Marcus?
And I put all of his opinions on there so you can see.
What?
Marcus likes pissing J-Man and me off.
He doesn't like it. He lives off of it. It's like that's like his.
The guy in the comments.
Okay. I tell Marcus what DC fans don't want. DC fans don't want a realistic Superman.
Hey, Clobby.
Yeah.
They want like that comic book version of Superman.
The dark version is not realistic. It's unrealistic.
That's why I don't like it.
It's not realistic. Superman grew up as a little baby with a good family. Why would he be bad?
Yeah, the stereotype of like Superman being like always thinking of himself as an outsider, whereas he grew up around people.
Right, he's not an outsider.
To me.
Like, okay, it's like Arkham. You grew up in a normal neighborhood. Do you feel like an outsider? No. So if all of a sudden you manifested powers, you would be like, I'm better than everybody. This is a big thing now. It's like that's unrealistic.
Is it, J-Man? Is it a stretch to say that people's general like thoughts on Superman are usually him being bad now?
Yeah.
In the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Ever since Injustice.
I hate Injustice.
Yes.
I don't like anytime Superman is bad and like
and then now there's a bunch of bad Supermans like Omni-Man and
the thing is it's like Marcus.
I
don't know, Marcus. I don't know if you're being serious or if you think you're being funny or you think you're upsetting me. But the problem is that you saying these things shows that you're ignorant and kind of stupid. It looks bad on you, buddy. Every single person likes that Christopher Reeve movie. My mom, my great my wife's parents. It's like everyone loves it. Little kids like it. Everyone likes that movie.
My partner doesn't even like Superman, but he likes the movie.
Right, that's what I'm saying. My mom likes it. Steve's dad, who's older, likes it. My wife's dad, who passed away, was even older than Steve's dad. He liked it. So we had an 80-something-year-old like it. We have a 70-something-year-old like it. We have a 60-something-year-old who likes it. Sean's dad likes it. I like it. I'm 40-something. My niece, who's 14 now, she likes it. My cousin, who's 30-something, likes it. So saying these stupid things makes you look stupid. That movie made superhero movies what they are.
Yeah.
So it's just disrespectful, and it makes you look stupid. So if you want to keep saying it, this is why I'm not banning you. You're making yourself look stupid.
It's honestly funny.
He says Twitter loves Man of Steel. Snarf fans understand Superman.
No, they don't.
Honestly, Marcus. I want Marcus.
Man of Steel was so
because honestly, it's entertaining.
Yeah, I'll say this one thing, and then we're gonna get off that. So Man of Steel, they loved it so much that they made Man of Steel 2. Oh no, they didn't make Man of Steel 2, did they? What they did was they're like, oh, no one likes this garbage Superman. Quick, let's put Batman in the next movie to hopefully get some fans back because Superman is garbage. Then they put both of them together, and then they're like, no. Superman is so garbage. Just Batman's not enough. Let's put Wonder Woman in it. Then someone's like, no. Superman was so garbage that we need Batman and Wonder Woman and Doomsday because it was so garbage. Then they made that movie, and that was a nightmare. Then they said, okay, that was so garbage that the next movie needs to have Aquaman and Flash and Cyborg and Steppenwolf and Darkseid and Desaad.
Let me rebut Marcus's comment here. Nobody wants to. I hate this Boy Scout thing because look, Superman was grumpy and kind of a molester in Superman Returns. No one liked that, so they have to reboot it. Kind of Superman was grumpy and couldn't handle himself at the age of 30 in Man of Steel. He's even grumpier, and they show a future Superman kill 2 people by frying them in BVS. No one liked that, and there hasn't been a sequel to Man of Steel in 9 years. So those interpretations of Superman did not work.
Right.
Meanwhile, your Boy Scout theory, everyone still loves the Christopher Reeve Superman and Captain America 1, 2, 3, all of the Avengers movies that Captain America was in. Captain America is one of the most popular movie characters of all time now, and is in 2 of the most successful movie franchises of all time. He's a Boy Scout. So why wouldn't that work for Superman?
Right.
I would argue Wonder Woman was a Boy Scout.
There's a double standard.
Right.
It's a double standard. This is why I think as much as I like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but the one thing I feel like Zack Snyder kind of ruined, I would say, somewhat the reputation of Superman. He ruined the reputation of Superman. Now when he made Man of Steel, there's no I'm fine. If you like the movie, you like the movie. But people have to agree with the fact that he kind of ruined the reputation of the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what it allowed, the good thing, I'll say something positive about the Zack Snyder Superman. We got to see all these losers come out and pretend like they're fans of stuff. So now we can weed them out. It's like now I don't have to listen to anyone's opinion. Anyone who loves this movie, I can dismiss their opinion on stuff because they're just morons. Okay, perfect. It was really good to weed these people out because they were in the shadows before, right? And now they all came out into the open. It's good. It's like when they do the duck call and all the ducks come out and you can pick them off one by one.
Do you think the same thing is happening to Thor? I think it definitely is.
In reverse. So Thor's like the reverse of it now. It's become so stupid that it's and people like it. It's good. Now you don't know anything about Thor. I don't know. You just can't seem to win.
The first Thor was so solid. I thought
it was pretty good.
It was decent.
Definitely, it's decent now compared to these other ones.
I mean, Natalie Portman sleptwalked through it. I guess she had nothing to do.
Yeah.
I hate when he's depowered.
Darcy was annoying always. She was okay in WandaVision.
She was okay in WandaVision. I like Kat Dennings though. She's irritating, I know, but oh well.
I saw this the stupidest tweet ever. It shows you know when you compare comic book comic book versions of characters than the movie characters and stuff like that. And they have those tiny boxes and stuff like that. I saw the stupidest tweet ever that said the movie versions of Superman, Batman, etc., whatever, are better than the comic books.
Yeah.
Really?
That's because people can't read. Somewhat you should reply to that. Say you apparently you can't read, so that's fine.
They said the word superior.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two best modern day Superman movies are Superman Unbound and Superman versus the Elite. I think
those are both good.
Genius movies.
What about All Star?
Followed by All Star Superman.
All-Star Superman's awesome.
Good too, yeah.
Like
And
those
all-
three are really
good.
Do you not like Doomsday? Superman Doomsday?
No.
that sucks.
A lot of people don't. Do you like? I know a lot of people don't like Batman All Star.
The comics were not good. I didn't. Was there a movie? Was there an All Star Batman?
No, that's a comic book.
Oh,
What
it was
was
terrible.
Batman All Star about?
It was really awful. I believe that may have been Frank Miller, which
that was Frank Miller.
Disappointing.
That's the one where Black Canary and Batman have sex.
Yeah, that was just disappointing. And I remember he treated Robin poorly. I think he at one point.
He called him a retard.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
No, that was actually. I got to tell you though, that was. I think Jim Lee did the art. The art looked wicked.
The story was trash.
But the story was trash. Ola, and it was very deceptive. I don't know why Frank Miller. The thing is, it's like Frank Miller is sometimes really good, but sometimes he's god awful. So you got to be careful.
I think sometimes like he's overhyped as well. Like
he's overhyped because he's not always good.
Right.
That like it's not like a reliable. Like I actually can't think of anyone too reliable. But let's say Jack Kirby's art.
BVS.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Jack Kirby?
It's stupid.
Was Jack Kirby reliable? I would say.
Yeah, there's no themes in BVS at all. it's market. Oh, let's highlight the comment. Everyone can get their laughs in. Okay, let's laugh. Okay, we don't want to.
If you're like a 14-year-old nihilist, yeah, it's really deep to you.
Yeah.
Like, if you're like a grown adult, it's like really dumb.
Look, we're not making fun of people anymore. We're taking the higher road. We're taking the Christopher Reeve Superman.
It really shows though with the comedy because like.
Boom.
In Thor 1, the comedy actually was decent. Like the another that was pretty funny.
You
you guys find that funny at all? I don't know.
I think the first movie, like another where he throws the coffee mug, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But they did have a deleted scene where he bought a coffee mug and gave it back to the person.
Oh, that's nice. They should have had that.
Wait, what? Sorry, what was that from?
That was the first Thor movie. Remember when he smashes that coffee cup?
Oh, yeah.
And he says another. In a deleted scene, he actually buys another coffee cup and gives it back.
Oh, that's cool.
But they cut that out.
I'm not asking the tradition, but why does he smash it? Is it because they're metal in Asgard? Like there's some type of strong metal?
They're big hunking.
So they're not gonna break, right?
Yeah, when you're drinking mead, have you ever had mead? It's actually very good.
I don't think I have.
So you know what it is? It's wine from honey.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's where honeymoon came from. Because you give honey wine, you give barrels of it in honeymoon. Thor's Day is Thursday. That's where Thursday came from, right?
Yeah.
Everything came from mythology, right? All of our names, like Neptune.
What about Tuesday?
So, I don't know what Tuesday's from. Thursday's from Thor's Day. But yeah, honeymoon is from that because they'd give big tubs of mead, which is just honey wine. So they drink it all. That's what they drink in Beowulf and stuff like that.
Beowulf was a weird movie.
It was really
which
good.
version? I own like
the
4
CGI
Beowulf.
heavy one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Marcus is going after.
Yeah,
I know it's.
I like it. I just can't decide if I like it or not. It's just weird.
I'll decide for you. It's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
There you go.
I haven't watched it in like a decade, so I don't know.
Look, you know what? They messed with the poem, but you know what? I kind of like how in the poem, the dragon has no connection to Beowulf or Hrothgar.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Hrothgar's baby is Grendel, and I like the fact that Beowulf's baby is the dragon. And I think it's really neat because in the poem, he just fights a dragon sometime later. And it's just like, okay, well, Beowulf is fighting monsters, but I like that they connected. This is one time where having the connection makes kind of sense. In the poem, it's assumed that he does kill the witch, but I kind of like that he doesn't or whatever. And then she gives a baby. Plus, that movie has amazing soundtrack. I've got the poster, I got the CD. I watched it so many times. I saw it in IMAX 3D. It was incredible. I really like Beowulf, that version a lot.
Okay, that's good.
I really love that movie. That's like one of my favorites. I even bought I got the making of and all that stuff, the art book. I got Beowulf is, I've got the dragon and Beowulf right there.
Of course you do.
They have never left my shelf since that movie came out. I bought it, put it on a shelf, and never removed it.
You got Ed 209 by any chance?
Yeah, of course I have Ed 209. I have three Ed 209s.
I always saw that at my local comic book shop. I always wanted it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
All right, peeps, we're going to end it off then because we're done making fun of Marcus. Marcus, we humbly apologize for making fun of you. It's not something that Superman would do, and it's not something that I condone. We're just having fun on the stream. We apologize. We're just being fun with you. And you can have your opinions. We don't agree with them.
Okay. Can I say I hate when people like say, "Ooh, who's gonna win? Omni-Man, Superman?" It's always gonna be Superman.
Of course. Yeah. And that is
no debate. There's just no debate.
And we're going to end off on that. That is the perfect statement to end off on. Okay, guys, Steve and I are doing our wrestling talk on Tuesday. Sean and I are doing our comics talk on Thursday. We're back 1 week from today to talk about everything else. We're going to talk about The Boys and all that other stuff because we didn't cover it.
Did you read the new issue of Batman?
No, I did not read. I'm 2 issues behind on Batman because I started reading
Spy. It's amazing.
I started reading Spy X Family, and it's awesome. So check it out. It's a manga.
You think I should see The Boys because I haven't seen it yet?
Oh, it's excellent. It's very well done. Boys is an excellent TV show, but Christopher Reeve Superman will kick the shit out of Homelander.
Yeah.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.